All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. If you're watching this live, sorry for the delay of the start time. I was actually watching the other stream for a little bit because I wanted to see the direction that was going to go. I'll explain more about that in just a few minutes here for those of you that have no clue what I'm talking about. But I think the people that have been following my story and following me for a while on YouTube and Facebook know what's going on and you know what I'm talking about. But I'll clarify it in just a second. But first, let me make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. Hasn't gone out yet. So let me just check out the back end and make sure that that is rolling smoothly. And it is rolling smoothly. I'm just waiting for the preview video to pop up. I'm going to be running a StreamYard panel tonight in case anybody wants to pop on. And when I run additional stuff on top of OBS, such as the StreamYard panel integrated, it uses more resources on my system and it just runs a little bit slower, but it should not affect the broadcast quality going out to you folks on YouTube and Facebook. The YouTube notification still has not gone out. While we wait for that, let's also make sure that everything is rolling smoothly on Facebook. Just a second, please. Got one person on. There's a YouTube notification.
Has not gone out. While we wait for
you can see it at the top there.
That everything is rolling smoothly.
See it there? Yep, it just
Facebook.
popped away.
Just a second, please.
Okay, we're good. If you're wondering how my phone displays the YouTube notification when I'm the one going live, I'm actually logged in to my Coach Eli, Elias, Melas YouTube premium account most of the time on my phone. And when I need to comment on something and use my main account, my A Grip on Life account, I'll switch over. I do that because I want to make sure the notifications go out, that everything's rolling smoothly. And I like to try to separate what I view outside of some of the groups I'm involved out here with on YouTube compared to other stuff I view outside of this stuff. There are many reasons why I use YouTube, and it's not just for what I do out here. I use it for other stuff. You know, I like to learn how to, fix certain things, DIY stuff, do-it-yourself stuff. I like listening to some music, watching some old school videos, yada, yada, yada. So I like to separate that. But anyway, yeah, that's probably you, 810. I'll be getting a new laptop soon, probably within the next 6 months to a year. And it will have an i9 with probably like 64 gigs or at least 32 gigs, 64 gigs of RAM. And I'm not going to go with an AMD. I'm going to go with an NVIDIA. I've always liked NVIDIA better than AMD. So that's just my preference. I do have excuse me, give me a second here. My throat's a little bit dry. My apologies. I needed to clear my throat. Allergies are kicking back in. I started taking my allergy medication today, so forgive me if it hits me throughout this show. But yeah, I currently have an i7 quad-core mobile processor with 16 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte solid-state hard drive. My laptop's like 8 years old. I've updated it to the max, and it allows me to run these streams at 1080p at 30 frames per second. I can't do 1080p at 60. It will just tax out. But yeah, when I get my new laptop, probably later on this year or beginning of next year, it'll be able to do 4K. Who knows? I may start streaming at 4K next year. The capture card I use, the Elgato Camlink, can support up to 4K at 30 frames per second. So I'll probably upgrade to that by the beginning of next year, and I'll have to get a new camera because my camcorder I use, the Canon Vixia HRF 700, does 1080p at 60 frames per second maximum. So that's that. But anyway, let's get right to it because I'm going to also be bringing on a panel tonight. I'll be bringing on a panel should people want to come on. American Dream, if you want to pop on. Lewis Fuller, if you want to pop on. Any of my moderators, Queen, or anyone else that wants to pop on. I have shared the StreamYard link in the private moderator chat that we have going on through Google Hangouts behind the scenes. I'm not going to bring people on probably for at least the first 20 to 30 minutes, but after that, I'll be bringing, whoever wants to pop on and share their thoughts. So that is that. Where do I want to start here tonight? Let's just start off. First of all, let me pay props to my sponsor real quick. I keep forgetting that. Troy Brewer, the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. If you want to find out more about the Discover Community Network, please go to the description on the YouTube side of things, about a third of the way down, and you'll find a couple links there. That's the extent that we're promoting it right now until we figure out a better way to promote it, to streamline it, through these streams and pre-recorded videos I do in the future. As I've mentioned in the past, I am looking to StreamYard. I'm looking to streamline. I'm used to saying StreamYard. That's the panel. I'm looking to streamline the process of starting my streams to get right to the meat and potatoes as quickly as possible because of our attention spans, right? That's what people want. And Dream just said, thank you, Coach Eli. I sent Dream a text. American Dream, I sent you a text with the panel link. Again, I will not be bringing people on for at least 20 to 30 minutes until I get through what I want to say at the beginning of the show. And then we can have some people pop on and share their thoughts. So the topic of the stream tonight is titled Success on YouTube is not about, give me a second here. It's not about starving people of content. It is 100% about emotional self-control. One more time. Success on YouTube is not about starving people of content. It is about 100%, it is 100% about emotional self-control. Well, here's the reason why I decided to do this stream tonight and incorporate it within this topic. Earlier this morning, Raleigh, who runs the RJ Vlogs channel, I don't want to say his full name, even though it's publicly available, because he tries to do shady things such as, flag me for a privacy complaint, even though he's a public figure. So I'm just not going to give him anything. I mean, it wouldn't go through anyway, but I just don't want to give him any reason to try and flag me for something stupid, right? But I'll get to the chat in just a few here on the YouTube side of things, and I'll check on Facebook in a little bit. Johnny's over on the Facebook side of things. Dude, I'm in San Mateo, and the Hillsdale Cinema is an effing furniture store. Yep. I believe it's called Anna's Furniture, bro. It's a different world here nowadays. Yeah. Well, they're in progress of building a huge theater out there. I don't know if they've completed it. I haven't been out there in a while, or if it's been put on hold because of the COVID thing. But yeah, they have either finished building or they're in progress or process of building a huge theater on the other side, Johnny. So yeah, the theater we used to work at, the fourplex theater, the four cinema theater, is now a furniture store. That building is still there, man. It's still there. It's across the street, separate from the entire mall. Anyway, but thank you for being here, Johnny. So I caught the entire replay of Raleigh's stream this morning. It lasted less than an hour. And he was saying something to the sort of that he's not going to be doing that many live streams for quite some time. He was, saying something to the extent of it has nothing to do with, the Eli situation or something like that. But we all know that's hogwash. We all know the reason why he's not doing, he doesn't want to do the streams anymore as often as he's been doing them is because of the fact that he has no content. I haven't given him any new content. He has not been able to trigger me. I've done nothing new. All they've been doing is regurgitating stuff that's years old, right? And people are getting tired of it. Even a woman in his chat that's also a part of the Like and Theory echo chamber named Deb said the Coach Eli stuff, the Eli stuff's getting old. It's been old for quite some time, man. Thank you for noticing that, right? And then furthermore, he said that we need to grow this community. This community needs to grow bigger. We need to stand together. We need to create unity. I mean, he's trying to basically tell his audience, which is basically Jamie Like and Theory's audience, it's the echo chamber audience, that they all need to help the community grow, right? Well, here's the thing, what you're not realizing, Raleigh, and maybe you do, maybe you don't. That entire community was built off of JD Gunner and Coach Eli rejects, per se, that came to our channels, disrespected our message, attacked us or our moderators or other people in the chat, and we had to ban them. And what happened was Jamie took all those people, Jamie, the Like and Theory echo chamber guy, took all those people and brought them all together to create a hate campaign on me. And then then when you came in, right, you tried to get with JB at first, and then JB eliminated you. You tried to get with me, I eliminated you, Raleigh. And so you ended up with Jamie and the Coach Eli and JD Gunner rejects, right? That's what you ended up with. No disrespect, that's just the truth, right? I don't like calling people rejects, but that's the best way to describe it, right? Okay? So in essence, what Raleigh's trying to do is continue to grow an audience that was there for one single purpose, to come at myself. Maybe a few other people too, but it was primarily to come at me. Now that I've given them nothing for the longest time, right, and they've regurgitated, recycled the same stuff from years ago over and over again, now the audience is getting tired and their numbers, their views are going down. Their views are going down. Jamie's views are going down. Let's see, what's his name? Raleigh's views are going down. The entire community is not streaming as much. Heck, I don't even know if they actually simulcast me anymore. I would be happy if they did. You guys can keep simulcasting me if you want. You keep simulcasting me, basically the people are going to get more tired of me. You're going to be more so further shooting yourself in the foot than you already are, right? Now, let me check something out here real quick. So right now, just to give you an example, Jamie's been live for 35 minutes and he has 28 people watching him right now. We've got 19. I'm not trying to compare. I don't care. He's probably going to still get more people than myself for a while until I continue growing this audience with the right people. But I'm trying to prove a point. You guys in the chat that have been following this for a while, you tell me if you notice the same thing or not. That community, their entire numbers are going down. They're getting on average maybe, 30 to 40 people on a live stream at once, maybe 50 for a little bit, but then it tapers down below 30. And he's sharing an email right now. We're going to talk about Jamie a little bit here. Even though I said I wouldn't, it's relevant to this. I have to, because it makes perfect sense with the topic I'm trying to discuss. And that's why I was late to start the stream for those of you that are watching this live. If you're on the replay, it's not going to matter. But if you're here live, you were waiting a little bit longer than normal. My apologies on that. It's going to be well worth it. But before I get to the Jamie story, on what I feel he's doing right now on the Punkstatic channel, which I honestly, before anyone else says it, I want you to know I get it. He's doing damage control. But before I get to that and explain why I feel Jamie's doing damage control, let's get to the chat and see what's going on. Who do we have in the chat here on the Facebook, the YouTube side of things? Nothing going on Facebook. Darren's in the house. Sorry, I forgot. Darren is in the house. How's it going, brother? Welcome to the show. Glad to see you here, man. Hope all is well with you. Lewis Fuller is in the house and says, I will go live again tomorrow morning. Take 2 of my life this morning. Did you delete your stream, Lewis? Is that why I couldn't see it? I think you deleted your stream. Lewis, let me know if you want me to come on a panel with you tomorrow. I would love to do that, man. I would love to be there and support you. It was a crazy day for me today. I didn't get to YouTube stuff until around 12 noon or so. By that point, a lot of stuff had already happened in the morning. Just to let you know, American Dream is live, says Lewis. That was before the show started, and I went over there and I was chatting in Dream's chat. And American Dream 6.2 was saying a lot of nice things about me. I appreciate that, Dream. You're not obligated to say anything nice about me, but I appreciate that, man. I know that that's coming from the heart. Pretty soon, we're fixing to eat dinner. We're having takeout, says Lewis. Great. American Dream with the $5 super sticker. He says, keep it up. Keep it up. Exactly. You keep it up too, my friend. You keep it up too, my friend. Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Dream, for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate that. I appreciate all donations, folks. I don't expect any, but, if you folks have a little extra to throw the way of your favorite content creators to support them, at least when it happens to me, I greatly and sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Mutt Nuts World says, hey, Eli and everyone. Hey, Mutt, how are you doing? I got your message behind the scenes. You're babysitting tonight. Have a good time. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. Let's see. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Eli says, Moteague to Dream and Lewis and myself. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I forgot. It's St. Patty's Day today. I'm not going out tonight. Some of the bars have reopened, in my area, but I don't go to bars or restaurants on major drinking days because it is very dangerous to be on the road during these days. Some people will still risk getting in a car after a couple drinks, and they may not realize how impaired they are, and I don't want to risk anything happening on days like this. So, on big drinking days, St. Patty's Day, Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July, New Year's Eve, I typically just stay in. And that's my suggestion for anyone that wants to be as safe as possible. You know what I mean? Queen says, I am here. Queen says, hello, Dream. Dream says, hi, guys. Mutt Nuts World says, hey, Queen. Queen Helen K says, hello, Lewis, and hello, Mutt. Dream says, hi. Just a bunch of highs happening there. 8-Ball Jack, you should get a good desktop with an AMD Ryzen like me. Well, Mr. 810, we know who you are now. I appreciate you doxing yourself. That's all good. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'll be getting a new laptop probably by the end of this year, beginning of next year. Maybe a little sooner than that. We'll see. We'll see. I still think I have better quality than most of these other people out here on YouTube anyway, with what I've got right now. But I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. Dream says, hi, Miss Muttnuts. Muttnuts says, hi, Dream. 8-Ball Jack says, desktops are more powerful and have better cooling. Yes, they do, but I like the portability of a laptop. I probably will never buy another desktop again. I like having the portability of a laptop in case I need to bring it on a vacation or somewhere. I mean, phones pretty much do almost everything you need nowadays. But let's say I go away for a month or two, right? And I want to do some video editing. It's much easier to do it from a laptop than a smartphone. Your smartphones limit you to certain things, right? So, but that's the reason why I'm going to go with a laptop. But I read the reviews, and I get laptops that have good cooling. And I also open up my laptop every year or two and replace the thermal paste that goes on top of the processor. If you replace your thermal paste at the top of your processor in your laptop, okay, then you're gonna have really no issues. I run a lot of stuff. I tax out this laptop to the max, and I'll tell you right now, the maximum temperature this thing can withstand is 105 degrees Celsius, because they measure temperature on computers in Celsius. Right now, it is running at 95 degrees Celsius. I still have 10 degrees to play. But the reason why it's running that hot, it's still within the safe range, right? It's because I'm running literally like 30 different things at once on this laptop, and it's still running great. So, but yeah, I'll be upgrading sometime soon. Sometime soon, I'll be getting a new laptop. Coach Eli, state of the art, says Dream. Thank you. Dream says thank you, Coach Eli. Let's see here. Queen Helen Case says, grow bigger how? With more drama? No thanks. That's true, Queen. Good evening, host, Coaching Eli. Thank you, Lewis Fuller. Good evening to you as well. American Dream 1.5, Mr. R, which is Raleigh, is going through a drought impotence moment without content respectfully. Well, you know what happened, Dream. These people are saying, like Raleigh and Jamie are saying, we need to starve Eli of content because he has no other content besides that, right? Right? But, and they don't, see, they know what's going on. They're just trying to reverse manipulate us, right? The truth of the matter is, me not getting triggered is starving them of any new content. I can talk about them all day, every day. That's why Jamie the other day was saying, dude, if you stop talking about me, I'll stop talking about you. No, James, I'll talk about you all day, every day. And if I don't get triggered, you have no content. That's the name of the game. That's the title of this stream. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Success on YouTube is not, success on YouTube, it's not opening up. There we go. Success on YouTube is not about starving people of content. It is 100% about emotional self-control. One more time. Success on YouTube is not about starving people of content. It is 100% about emotional self-control, right? Again, if I don't get triggered, I'm starving them of any new content because their audience is paying them to see them trigger me and other people. And when people don't get triggered, these people have nothing, right? So it doesn't matter how much we talk about them. It doesn't even matter if we go on a panel with them. If we don't get triggered, they have nothing. And if they bring us on their panels and try to trigger us and we don't get triggered, then they're going to get triggered and they're going to look like more of a fool than we ever did, right? Do you understand that? So that's what's happening to Raleigh and Jamie right now. They're being starved of people getting triggered at them because people are figuring out the game. One of the main reasons is because I'm talking about it here and raising awareness and teaching people how to be better YouTubers, teaching people how to better handle themselves online because it's a different world nowadays, the online world versus the offline world. And you have to learn how to handle yourself online, just like you did in the past offline, right? So like I mentioned in the past, you can be a good person in real life off of YouTube or social media, right? And you could have emotional self-control and come out here on YouTube and lose it all, like I did. Lose self-control, right? But then when you go through it like I did, you learn. And you learn to better understand that YouTube and social media is no different than real life. The only difference is there's a huger audience because it's very easy for people to log on to the same platform all over the world just like that and communicate, right? So that's why I say you have to learn to deal with it when you first come out on social media because it's different than the real world and you have more people coming at you at once, right? And sometimes you get overwhelmed and sometimes you overreact, right? On accident, right? And then you learn if you overreact, people are going to, on YouTube, they're going to clip you. They're going to blast you everywhere. They're going to talk about you all day, every day, right? If you learn the ropes, you're going to do things in a way where you're not going to give these people what they want. Me talking about them right now is not giving them anything, right? Because I'm not getting triggered, right? That's the only thing that's going to give them what they want and make them relevant, right? Hi, Lewis Fuller says American Dream. Queen Helen Case says I was at another live stream just watching though. Okay, cool. Which one was that, Queen? Dream says 100, or he has the 100 emoji with the red, white, and blue hearts. Queen says, Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well, Queen Helen Casey. Let's see. 8-Ball Jack, you can get a new desktop and use your laptop when you're away, Coach. I'll probably do that. Stay strong, Coach, said 8-Ball Jack. Stay professional and mature. I know you're kind of semi-trolling, but that's okay. You also mean well at the same time. We can handle that. We can handle that. It's all good. It's all good. Now, I'm going to start bringing some people on the panel. So, Lewis Fuller, if you're watching, I sent you the link to Hangouts, well, the Hangouts group message we have going on behind the scenes for moderators. American Dream, I sent you the link to your phone. I'd like to get at least a couple people on, so when I go and take a break after I share the story, then you folks can chat it away and share your thoughts, and we'll continue when I get back. If not, I'll just play some music and take a break after I'm done sharing this. And if no one wants to come on, then I'm just going to go off the air. I'll make it a quick show, and I'll go do some other things. And I'll even share some of the things I'm going to be doing later tonight as well. I have no problem sharing that. Absolutely, Coach. It's all good in the hood. I appreciate you, brother. I'm sure you're going back and forth between James on the Punksthetic channel and here. No problem. No problem. So, let me see here. Speaking of which, let's see. Well, Jamie has 30 in the box right now on his Punksthetic channel showing cartoons. That's exactly what that audience wants, Jamie. They want to watch you talk about art and show cartoons and review movies. That entire audience you have is a Coach Eli hate club. And you're not giving them what they want, James. That's why you only have 30 in the box. This guy used to get, and he still has more than I do here right now. Right now, we've got, I think we got 18, 19, or 20, right? And not a big deal, right? Right? But he would usually get 60, 70, 80, even 100 people on a live stream. You correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Those numbers have dwindled down, like to less than half of what they were. They're at about 1/3 of what they used to be. Now, before I went live tonight, I decided to tune into the Punksthetic channel, and I wanted to hear where Jamie was going to go with this, because he does streams on that channel that involve, entertainment, movie reviews. He talks about the arts, stuff like that, right? That's his brand. His brand is Punksthetic, right? Right? And instead of doing that, he's basically turned that channel into a Lichen Theory channel number 2. He was answering some questions and making some statements throughout the first 15, 20 minutes of that show, and I'm going to share my thoughts on whatever I remember. And then what I'm going to do is later tonight, I'm going to skim through that stream, and I'm going to find out, I'm going to listen to the rest of it and probably do some more commentary on it tomorrow on a different stream. Because this is a story of a man that is sinking like the Titanic because he wants to continue the same facade going. And even though, it's been proven that what he's doing is more like a WWE wrestling match, right? It's more of instigated fake entertainment appearing real to entertain the audience. People are tired of it because the audience he has only likes it when he does that to myself or a certain few other people. And the people that Jamie needs to feed into him to have that type of content are not feeding into him right now. None of them are. None of them are giving him anything because they've learned the game. They've realized it, or they realized what's going on. So he himself said that, people have asked me, why do I run these streams on this channel, and what's the purpose of this channel? He goes, well, this is just another Like and Theory channel. I don't care what anybody says, whatever. Like and Theory, Punksthetic, all my channels, they're the same. No, they weren't, dude. They're not the same. This was your art and entertainment channel that you converted to basically your new Like and Theory channel because I got you demonetized on your former channel for doing the same stuff you keep doing. And now you so happen to get this channel monetized. So now you want to spend most of your time over there because you're monetized, right? For the time being, that is. But I bet you by the end of 2021, Jamie's Punksthetic channel will be removed from the YouTube Partner Program for the exact same reasons it was removed from his Like and Theory channel about a year and a half ago. If he keeps doing the same thing he's doing, he will. He will get removed. Additionally, if you haven't noticed, and I'm going to talk about it because I don't care, I mentioned something on a stream yesterday, and Jamie reacted to it. I said, dude, you went from calling your channel the Purple Pill channel to Like and Theory, Philosophy, and Commentary, and then you changed it to Like and Theory, Memes, and Commentary. And I said, well, maybe you should consider changing it to Like and Theory, Memes, and Attacking Other YouTubers. And guess what? He changed his channel name to Like and Theory, Memes, and Attacking Other YouTubers. Now, I don't know if he's able to change his name back or if he'll change it back later on this week. He's played this game before, but you're only allowed to switch the name of your Google account / YouTube channel 3 times, like I think it's in a 90-day period, like 3 times, right? And I don't know how many times he's changed his name in the past. He may be stuck with that for a while. Now, think about it this way. It is against the terms of service on YouTube to attack other YouTubers. At the end of 2019, YouTube put out a blog saying they're taking a stronger stance against creator-on-creator harassment, right? Which is exactly what this guy's been doing, right? Whether it's an act or not, he's been attacking other creators and harassing them. Now he has that in the name of his channel, right? Why do I think he's doing that? Why do I think Jamie changed that? Number one, he wanted to try and trigger me, which is not triggering me. I'm laughing at it hysterically. But here's the main reason why I think he's doing it. He knows that we're going to flag him for that. And yes, Jamie, I have flagged you from 2 of my channels. And I'm sure many other people will be flagging your channel for having a name like that, Like and Theory, Memes, and Attacking Other YouTubers, right? But see, I think he wants us to flag him. I think he wants that channel to get taken down. You know why? Because if that channel gets taken down, he'll be forced to convert Punksthetic to Like and Theory. It'll be a monetized channel, and he'll be able to talk about it for days and weeks, saying that Eli took my channel down. These people attacked me. He'll be able to play the role of the victim, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. What do you think in the chat? We got 18 people here. What do you think in the chat regarding what I just said, right? Then additionally, Jamie was saying that some people just take things way too far out here on YouTube and they take things into real life. Jamie, you've said that for the last week or so, you've been saying that almost every stream. Some people take things way too far. They take things into real life. You've been doing that for the last 2 to 3 years, Jamie. And if you're going to come out and say you're not, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip videos from your channel and from my channel, even deleted videos. And I'm going to put them on stock accounts. And I'm going to show everyone how much of a hypocrite you are with your words. Now, some people may say, oh, this is an act. this is an act, right? Jamie's not going to come out and admit what he's done. But no, I honestly think he firmly believes that he has not attacked people in real life or taken things into real life. I will prove it to everyone. I will put it on 100 soccer accounts, James, and you can go and flag them all down all you want. That's fine. You can flag them down all day, every day. I don't care. But if you're going to keep on coming out here and saying that when people take things into real life, it's a bit too far, and you don't own up to how many times you've done that to other people, then I'm going to show the whole world what you've done, because I've got it all. 8-Ball Jack says, I think Jamie is going, you just want me to do it, Asystole. I know that's you. You just want me to, I'll do it, man. You want me to do RJ? I'll do it, man. You can cut me on this. See, Jamie, this is what's going on. RJ, where are you when we need you, right? Jamie, the time has come for you to face justice. Jamie, you're going down. Right, RJ? The wolf will lose his channel. He is going down. One way or another, right? Here's the thing. Additionally, I don't think he's simulcasting me right now, but even if he was, I wouldn't care. I'll tell you why. Because if he simulcasts me, or if he talks about me, through a panel of people that are going to come on his stream probably in a little bit, right? People are tired of that, right? But if he doesn't talk about me, he has boring content. He has no other content, and no one's going to watch it. Either way, the guy's screwed because he's not focusing on actually doing something, that's productive, right? He's more than capable of creating greatness, right? But no matter what he does, whether he simulcasts me or not, whether he has a panel talking about me or not, because I'm not triggered and will never be triggered again, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. And now, like I mentioned earlier, he's on that, at least during the first part of that show, he was on there basically doing damage control. If you think that Jamie was on there, well, I'm sure some of you have not been over there. Maybe some of you are flipping back and forth. But if you saw the first part of Jamie's show while waiting for mine to go live, how many of you think he's doing damage control, right? He's trying to do damage control. He's trying to justify everything that happened, right? And instead of owning up to what he's done, right, he's passing the blame onto everyone else. Maybe it's part of his act. I don't know. It's just pathetic either way, because even if he was putting on this facade act, which he kind of was, right? Now we have it all figured out. So what are you trying to save here, Jamie? What are you trying to do damage control on? I don't go over there, says Queen. Right, he's doing damage control, and over what? Right? It's one simple thing. This is the answer. Your audience, Raleigh's audience, DeRosa's audience, Brutally Lauren's audience, anyone's audience within that Like and Theory echo chamber is the exact same. And they're all there. They were all there for one reason, to see Eli get triggered, right? There's nothing left in the tank at all. There's nothing left in the tank at all. They got nothing. Now, there were some other things that he was talking about. One more thing I'll talk about, and then if nobody pops on, I'll take a quick break. And then I'll come back and talk about a few more things. And if no one wants to come on, I'm going to wrap up the show. I don't need to be on here all night. I can get my words out in less than an hour and call it a night. If people want to come on and they want to share their thoughts, the people that I know, like, and trust, my moderators, if you want to pop on for a few, that's on you. If not, we'll just wrap it up. And that's all we need to do. I don't need to run a 5-hour shit show panel like Jamie's going to run, to feel like I'm, worthy to my sponsor, or to, be on longer so Super Chat stays active longer so I can hopefully get a few more shekels, donations, right? I don't feel the need to run a stream any longer than necessary. I've never felt that way. In the past, I had some pretty long discussion panels, and they were great, right? Sometimes they'll go long, right? But especially now at this point, I feel that my message is better explained as less is more, right? Less is more, right? I'm beginning to realize that less is more. Okay. So regarding another thing that Jamie mentioned, he mentioned JB Gunner. And he was saying how pathetic JB Gunner's attempt was to try to simp to me to try to collaborate with him. Let me say this, Jamie. As much as you don't like JB Gunner or myself or anyone else that goes against your fake persona acting gig, right? At least JB Gunner does have some other content besides drama, and so do I. And actually, you do too, if you think deeply about it. Okay? You do too, but the bottom line is you don't have the audience for it, and your sponsor is sponsoring what you currently have right now, which is this type of audience and this type of content, right? I'm not criticizing your sponsor. I'm just stating what you have, right? It's not going to happen, period, says Queen. Right. So here's the thing. As much as you don't like JB or myself, we actually have content. And I'm actually using you as an example of my content now. And JB runs multiple channels. If he wants to jump in and share his feedback on something, just like you do, he can, right? But you made a pathetic video response to JB Gunner last night, right? Rather than ignoring him, Jamie, rather than ignoring JB, because you're calling him a simp, simping to me, right? Rather than ignoring JB, you respond to him. In essence, you're throwing yourself into the fire. All you had to do was ignore him. But no, you fed into it, right? How hypocritical is that, James? See, James, you will respond to every little thing because you're looking to see what's going to stick. You're looking to see who's going to react to you. You're looking to see who's going to overreact to you. You get triggered, and you're going to make content about it all day, every day. People are figuring out your game. You're an act, Jamie. You're a phony. It's been proven. You're a phony. You're trying to be like the WWE. And that's what even your girlfriend said in an email to me behind the scenes. Ma'am, it makes perfect sense. It does. It does. 8-Ball Jack says, Jamie has no content without you, coach. I actually think he does, dude. I actually think he does. But if he's going to create that content, he's going to lose the entire audience he currently has, which is an audience that's just there for him to try to trigger me, right? He can go back to creating purple pill content, right? Okay? Heck, he can even try to be a life coach or try to, help millennials get a better grip on their life, right? He's more than capable of doing something else. The reason why he's not doing it is because he doesn't have the audience for it. He's catering to his audience and his sponsor. Like I said yesterday, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. American Dream 6.2, Mr. J is insecure. He's not a professional. American Dream, do you want to pop on the panel for a few? Lewis Fuller, are you around? Hang on. Give me a second here. So yeah. So basically, Jamie reacts to JB Gunner's video to me. was really none of his business, but he stuck his nose in it, right? What does it matter to you, Jamie, if I collaborate with JB or not? Who cares? Why do you care so much? Because you have nothing else to create content on, right? Well, see, Jamie, you're the kind of guy that likes to instigate stuff to give people something to talk about, right? I'll tell you what, on my spare time, I'll give people a lot to talk about when I start to expose all of the lies that you're white knighting on your show tonight, right? Or that you're trying to all the lies that you're trying to cover up on your show tonight because you're trying to save your sinking ship. You're playing the role of the sympathetic victim, right? You're doing damage control. It's pathetic, dude. I'll take the first parts of this show and I'll show examples of everything you've done, right? And I don't care if you make content off of it. There's nothing you can make content off of, bro, because it'll be repeating itself, right? It's stuff from the past, right? It's stuff from the past that you've never owned up to, right? Yet you guys come at me saying I never owned up to all this stuff, and I have a million times, right? So see, James, if you want me to play the game the same way you do during my spare time outside of running this channel, I'll do that and I'll do it better. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. All right, apparently no one wants to come on. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back, and I'll respond to you, JB. We're going to talk about JB for a little bit here. I'm going to respond to you, JB, and other people throughout this community, and then we're moving on. I'm going to shut down the show. We're moving on. And I'm not saying that I'm never going to talk about this stuff again. Yes, yesterday I said that I would never create a specific show about Jamie or anyone like that. But if they talk about me and it brings up a good topic to discuss and use them as examples, I'll use them as examples all day, every day. You guys talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. That's the way it works. But again, I'll do it in ways where I incorporate it into my coaching business. And I'll play the game better because it's about one thing. And JB Gunner knows this. JB Gunner knows this. If you don't get triggered, you will win every time. If people try to trigger you and you don't get triggered, more than likely it'll trigger them that they can't trigger you, and you'll win every time because they're going to look like a fool. We got American Dream on backstage. Yes, I haven't brought you on yet, Dream, but I see you backstage. Lewis, do you want to come on real quick with Dream? Because if not, I'll take a quick break and I'll let Dream run the show. Let me just do this. Let me go ahead and switch over to the quad screen and let's bring on American Dream. Hey, Dream, how's it going, bro?
Hello, Coach Eli. I am sorry I had to go all Mr. Incognito, but I don't want to be doxxed by these crazy fools.
Well, I think they know who you are, but it's quite a funny mask there, bro. And it's St. Patrick's Day, right? So you're in a festive mood, huh?
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Yep. Now, American Dream, real quick here. I'm going to step away and take a quick break. Do you mind if I have you go solo for about 5-6 minutes? And if you can, I know you talked about a bunch of things on your channel before we went live here, but can you share a bunch of those things? Share some of your feedback regarding what I just talked about. And you know how it works here. Monetize channel. Try to keep it as clean as possible, if that's cool.
PG-14 parameters. You got to keep it kind of cool. No cussing, no cursing, no disrespect to the audience, because that's very important, especially when you're monetized. Very important.
Yes.
That's what these other people don't understand.
Right. So, Dream, I'm going to put you full screen, bro. The floor is yours. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes or so, bro. Take it away, man.
Thank you, Coach Eli. Thank you. Much respect. Oh, let me turn the volume down on my thing so I don't make too much noise. Okay, here we go. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. I'm enjoying my day off away from responsibility temporarily. Having a very nice night. Just relaxing, coexisting with my wolf pack, and trying to keep myself anonymous so I don't get doxxed by the crazy people. By the crazy people, who do I mean? There are some individuals on YouTube I recently discovered, which were the same individuals that, I don't know if you know Coach Eli. He's a gentleman that I'd seen a year ago and never paid much attention to him. The only thing I knew is that he got a lot of harassment. Okay? Well, this came with an interesting thought in my head. Why is he being harassed? He's not done anything wrong to anybody. He hasn't. But yet these harassers come. Then, for some twist of fate, unfortunate reason, I met these people and I found out who they were. I'm like, what the heck? Why are you going after this gentleman? I mean, has he done anything crazy? No. Has he done anything irregular? No. He's doing what he loves to do, which is helping other people. And yet, these smaller channels, and they are smaller than his, they gang packed him. Pack attack. And I don't understand why. I started paying attention to his dialogue. And I learned and understood he really was trying to help people from the best that he knew how and through his life experience. It happened just like that. And I still didn't understand why people were portraying him as some kind of bad person. Because I've talked to him behind the scenes several months before I came public, acknowledging him as a friend, a YouTuber, an associate, a life coach, because of repercussions that I knew would evolve from me getting close to him, communicating him, interacting with him, and the lot. Well, now I see what he says. Coach Eli has done nothing wrong. Did he make mistakes? Did I make mistakes? Did everyone make mistakes in their life? Yeah, we all make mistakes. But with Coach Eli, he reacted to an initial insult. He reacted to everything that happened to him. He pushed back, and that's it. I mean, I know whether you love him or hate him, he's not a bad man. He just did to them what they did to him. And if they don't like it, then, well, they already have emotional and psychiatric differences that go outside the parameters of normal psychiatric range. I know this because I work as a medical person. But when I do something for content, it's more of an orchestrated WWE, like Coach Eli mentioned earlier, collaboration of effects and behaviors that, wow, it's shock humor. But these people act in harm, in malice, and they attack your real life. They attacked Coach Eli's real life. They attacked his family's life, period. Point blank. So for that, I'm loyal to this gentleman because I know what he's gone through. And if you can believe someone else who has no interest in supporting this man, other than he helped me with my marriage that was falling apart and everyone knew about it. They'd send cash out money to me to buy beer. This guy, Mr. R, sent beer money. He even sent me some crazy gift of drug paraphernalia. I don't know why he did it. I gave it away. I will not participate with that in my life. I got too much to lose. And yeah, it's my word against his, but I've shown it on past streams. Drug paraphernalia. They want you to get inducing on drugs so they can make a mockery of you. That's unacceptable. That is not normal people behavior. And now I find out that some of my early uploaded streams are now being placed on Mr. R on his channel, uploaded only for private members to see. That's theft. That's disgusting. I'm sick of it. I support Coach Eli for principle. That's it. For principle only and respect.
Dream?
Yes, sir.
Dream, do you have a few more minutes to be on, bro?
Yes, sir.
If anyone else wants to come on, please come on now, because Dream and I are going to wrap this up in about 5 or 10 minutes. There's not a whole lot more left to say. And I don't want to drag on a show for hours like these drama channels do, just to try to extend getting donations and dwell in each other's misery. That there's no purpose in doing that. We can always come back tomorrow and we can go stream on Dream's channel. We can stream on anybody's channel, that we want to stream on, right? But you mentioned something, Dream, that really caught my attention. And well, a lot of it was great. You're spot on, and I appreciate your kind words. There's no influence on those kind words, folks. That's him being himself. This is real. This is not fake. This is completely a real thing. And Queen Helen Case, first of all, says, I knew Eli wasn't a bad person, no matter what these people say. And I appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much for the kind words. But Dream, you said these people attack your real life point blank. And it's basically like them taking a gun to your head at point blank range and pulling the trigger. That's what these people are doing. Dream, you're kind of feeding back a little bit. Is your audio up a little bit?
I think it's up a little bit. I could be okay. I'll put the phone down.
Oh, no worries, dude. I still hear it feeding back in a little bit, but we'll just put with it. But the bottom line is that there are a lot of things that Jamie, Punksthetic, Lichen Theory, whatever you want to call him, he's done. He has come at people in real life, and whether it was for planned entertainment purposes or done as revenge for, flagging his channels down legitimately and getting him removed from the YouTube partner program on his former Lichen Theory channel. Well, not his former, his current Lichen Theory channel, right? It's wrong and it's hypocritical. He's coming out there saying that, when people take things into real life, it goes a bit too far. Yet he is the main violator of that. He's done that. JD Gunner, you've done that too. Raleigh, you've done that. You've doxed me several times. You guys have done all the stuff that you're blaming other people, right? That we're doing, right? And you're doing it, and you know that we're going to react to it, but we're not getting triggered. We're just calling you out. And the bottom line is this, Dream. I'm going to go back during my spare time because I'm a great editor, bro. People don't understand how good my editing skills are. They don't. Now, Jamie's girlfriend behind the scenes, ma'am, if you're watching, hello to you. Good thing that you're staying out of this, ma'am, because you don't need to be dealing with this stuff. You have better things to do. Focus on your education, becoming a paralegal, and make something out of yourself. And hopefully you can knock some sense into your boyfriend to focus on making something out of himself as well, because that's all we want. We don't want to harm him. We want to set him off in the right direction. And maybe this will be a lesson learned. But I'll tell you what, I will go back and I will pull every clip out of my archive. I've got an 8 terabyte, 5 terabyte, and 3 terabyte external hard drive. 3 different hard drives, right? And I've got 2 terabytes on my laptop, a solid state drive, 2 terabytes on my laptop. I got everything. And I will show everyone the hypocrisy of what this 35-year-old desperate, pathetic guy is trying to do to maintain relevancy on the internet. Whether it's acting or not, the acting is really poor. If you want to come out here to entertain people and do some acting, that's great. But if that acting even involves you taking it in real life, and then you come back and say, well, when people take it in real life, that's when it gets a bit too far. Well, you're the worst offender of that, dude. All My Kitty says, who is this guy in the mask? It's American Dream. It's American Dream 6.2, 2.5, 1.5, or however many others there are. All My Kitty says, hello, Queen. Queen Helen Casey says, knock a lot of sense in. So, Dream, let me ask you this. You've been clipping a lot of stuff lately, and I've been seeing a lot of your clips, and they're spot on. What do you think about what I just said regarding clipping and showing people the truth about the hypocrisy of guys like, Mr. J and Mr. R? Or is it even worth our time, bro? Do we need to even go that far, or has the point been proven? Is it just time to move on?
It's dependent on who sees it. If they see it, it's embarrassing for them. If we see it, it's insightful to us. If it's the general public, it could be a catastrophe, because no one wants to see a YouTube bully. Nobody does. Not one person. So imagine what the general public, my Asian friends, think when they see these two young men in the prime of their life attacking other people for no reason. It probably makes them sick.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's an old song, dude. It's an old song, and that's why, I honestly don't feel like talking about it anymore. But like I said, Dream, if they're going to keep talking about it, if they're going to keep on, making excuses, if they're going to keep on saying things like, okay, when people take it in the real life and it's a bit too far, it's just ridiculous. And let me just check one more thing here. Let's go back and see what his numbers are like right now. Let's see what his numbers are like now. He's got 19 people in the box right now, because he's got a panel right now of him and Haters Inc., another guy that is trying to make a name for himself by basically doing the same thing that Jamie's doing, Raleigh's doing, RDA Media's doing, Brutally Lawrence doing, DeRosa's doing. It's the same thing with the same people, right? It's the same audience. You're never going to grow any bigger past that audience if that's all you guys do. It's the most surreal thing I've ever seen in my entire life, right? Now, granted, he has 20 people right now, and right now we've got, 16? Okay, so hey, we're actually pretty neck to neck, and I'm not even trying to compete. I'm just trying to prove a point. This has been drilled into the ground. It's over. It's time to move on. I've got my own content, and Dream, we're going to work together with some other people, and we're going to get somewhere and grow with new people. But if Jamie and Raleigh continue to go down this same exact path with the same audience, and they don't change their content, create something, that's, more productive and something that's more positive, and they get rid of this crappy audience and rebuild a new audience, this is the implosion. Somebody said in the chat, and I can't remember who it was, or I heard it somewhere, that Jamie's channel is imploding. His girlfriend is trying to prevent his channel. This was yesterday, actually, in the chat. I think it was by James Pink, his girlfriend is trying to help him prevent his channel from imploding. What are your thoughts about that, Dream?
Well, I think that right now he needs all the help that he can get. He's a lost man. He's a broken soul. He's been through so much more than I could wish upon my worst enemy. His parents were cuckolds, and that's got to be just disarming. But she's trying to help him. She's trying to save him. She's trying to nurture him. You're there for him if he does want to move in a positive direction. I'm here for him, and I'll direct him straight to you without even intervening. I think If he could have someone support, maybe he would move in a positive direction. But right now, he's possessed by this dark spirit moving over him of bullying, debauchery, and sickness.
Yeah. And this is again, I did incorporate this into a topic because I wanted to make it very clear, Dream, and you tell me about this, okay? You tell me about your thoughts regarding this topic. Success on YouTube is not about, and hold on, I can't even, everything's running so slow right now, I can't even see my title. I should have probably memorized it by now. Are you there, Dream?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Why is this running this slow? It shouldn't be right. There we go. Success on YouTube is not about starving people of content. It is 100% about emotional self-control. One more time. Success on YouTube is not about starving people of content. It is 100% about emotional self-control. These people think that if they don't talk about me, that's going to starve me of content. They're not my content. I only talk about them when they do stupid things. And I use them for example purposes, right? If they don't talk about me, that's going to kill their audience, right? And what's going to happen? It's going to clear the lanes and all the hate that surrounds my channel and finally allow this channel here and yours and others to move forward. What are your thoughts about that, bro? It's more about emotional self-control and not getting triggered. The person that gets triggered loses. The person that remains cool, calm, and collected wins. Look what happened on Rogue Internet Man's channel once again. I went in there, got gang attacked by 7 people, including him. I didn't get triggered. 2 hours into it, he got triggered, then he kicked me off the panel. He got triggered because he couldn't trigger me, right? Went on the Raleigh show, wanted to talk about, hey, dude, you're talking about me again. Well, what's going on? I was professional, mature. He said, Eli, I don't want to talk about that. There's something else you want to talk about. Let's talk about it, or then you can just leave the panel. I'm like, okay, Raleigh, thank you so much. Have a great day, right? Well, Raleigh, your entire channel pretty much has been talking about me. I was there to talk about the topic, and you just didn't want to hear it, right? You didn't want to hear it because it was a fair question that was going to make you look stupid, right? Right? So I did that, right? Went on the Jamie's channel a few times last week, resolved things with his girlfriend. Things are cool. At least we're on his girlfriend and I are at least on a what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for, Dream? I can't find the word. We're on civil terms.
Level.
We're on civil terms. We're on civil terms, right? I wouldn't say we're friends, but I'd say we're on civil terms, right? I fixed that issue, right? Next thing you know, I was going to go and do a show with Jamie the other day. It was yesterday. I decided to cancel because there was no point, right? I was going to talk with this truck driving kid Billy guy because he was coming at me for no reason. He found out about me through Rogue. He came to my channel. He set up a few hateful things. I banned him. And then he started talking smack about me. And I said, dude, he created a video about me. I said, dude, if you want to talk with me one-on-one on your channel, my channel, let's talk about it, right? Well, Jamie wanted me to go on his channel and talk to him there. And I'm like, no, there's no point. I'll go directly to the source. I don't have to go through a third party and give you content. And even if I don't get triggered, you're still going to get some donations just for having me on there. I'm not going to go on there and play that freaking game, right? So I avoided that. I played my cards perfectly, right? And these people are shocked because I played my cards perfectly for once, and it basically starved them. It did the reverse effect. What are your thoughts about that, Dream?
It broke their spirit. It broke their motivation.
Right.
It broke their gumption. What happened with Riley is when you decided not to participate in his direction, he was shattered. His audience even came back saying, hey, why didn't you just leave him on for content if nothing else? With Jamie or Mr. J, what happened was, and Mr. R, Rogue guy, he lost his shit. He's very unprofessional for someone who claims to be one of the top YouTubers of his kind. I just uploaded a video that blows them away. 160,000 people, $350 super chats across the board. Rogue Internet Man is a featherweight. I'm just saying that these people's egos were bruised because you did not decide to kowtow and bow down to their intimidation. You
Right.
didn't fall into their trap.
But you know what happened? Let me tell you something. You know how all these people found out about me? You know who instigated this with Rogue, with you know who instigated this with Rogue, with Raleigh, with what's his name, truck driving kid Billy? It all leads back to one person, Lycan Theory. Jamie is the one that goes around and basically shares that Coach Eli's greatest hits video. He shares my entire story with these people, right? And Jamie's thinking that, okay, if these people start coming at Eli and start attacking Eli, if he goes on their panels, Eli's going to flip out. He's going to continue getting triggered, and we're going to have content of Eli getting triggered for years to come. Well, Jamie, the jig is up, dude. Real quick before you respond, American Dream, Ringmaster Chris Ridiculous says, Coach, I would suggest an upgrade to a Core i7, 8 cores, 16 threads, 3.6 gigahertz, 32 gigs of RAM. What I'm going to do is go with an i9 and probably 64 gigs of RAM. And I'm going to end up doing that probably by the end of the year. That's going to be about a $5,000 computer. So, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for that. Go ahead, Dream.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
In response to what you just said.
Yeah.
W Computer Shop, a former adversary of yours, a former adversary and presently maybe a continued adversary. He stated that the way Rogue Internet Man and Jamie Lycan Theory behaved was unacceptable. He said he was ashamed of them. Period.
You know why? I'll say this. They call me the CUCK, right? They got CUCKED by the CUCK, right? Right? I'm not going to say it and get demonetized. I probably wouldn't anyway, but they know what I'm saying. They got CUCKED by the CUCK, like they call me the CUCK, right? Right? So I flipped it on them, right? I think what happened with Computer Shop, who did some nasty things to me, he created a pedophilia flyer on me, right? And you know what? I forgive you, Craig. It's all good, bro. Life goes on, live and learn, okay? But for him to come out and even notice that himself, and yeah, he's never really been a true fan of mine, right? He saw the shift. What's there not to respect? And I'm not asking for respect. I'm just putting it out there as an example. What's there not to respect, whether you love me or hate me, the way I handled this for the past few weeks, right? This is what killed these people. This is what's imploding Jamie's channel right now and every other channel that's a part of his echo chamber network. I tell you right now, that echo chamber network, the Rosa Show, Raleigh, Brutally Lauren, right? All those people, when the main echo chamber channel goes down, the rest have nowhere to go, nowhere to run, right? Nowhere to hide, right? It's a done deal. It's a done deal. And here's the thing. Go ahead, Dream.
Basically, Coach Eli, with all respect, in the name of God, you knock down the biggest bully, and all the other minions fall to the ground.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. And so Jamie has 25 right now. He's got Mama Goonie on his panel. What's new? It's Mama Goonie, Haters Inc. It's the same people, dude. Like, seriously, bro. It's the same freaking people. You live and die Mama Goonie. You live and die Haters Inc. You live and die DeRosa Show. You live and die Raleigh every now and then. It's the same thing, dude. Diversify. Do something different.
They're missing something. They're missing vitamins in their nutrition. They don't have enough vitamin C to do active physiological process. Like, I know you eat healthy. I've talked to you before. I eat healthy as I can. But they do not eat peanut butter. They don't eat bread. They're trying to do this, I don't know what they're trying to do. But they don't have the adequate elements to grow up normal like normal people, Coach. They're fast food junkies. Just makes you sick, Coach. Makes me sick.
Here's what it is. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I need to cut you off. Go ahead, Dream. Go ahead.
No, that was all, Coach. I don't want to criticize anyone for eating fast food, but Jamie's a sugar junkie. All he does is eat fucking Jolly Rancher or some shit. He don't even know what's going on. I mean, he doesn't have enough electrical impulses to his brain. He might be clinically retarded as far as we know.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Gosh, I was going to make a point. And say something, and it totally slipped my mind. But the bottom line is this, okay? The reason why Jamie is hanging on to this is because he knows if he has to start over. I've been saying this time and time again. I had to start over too. If he has to start over right now with a new audience and talk about new things and get rid of the drama, he's going to start from zero. This entire audience might stick around for a little bit, but they're going to get bored. That's not what they're there for. They're not there for anything besides how are we going to trigger Eli today? If we can't trigger Eli, then we're bored. We're out, right? We don't want to hear about your movie reviews. We don't want to hear about your designs. We buy those designs because we want to support you because you're attacking a guy that we hate that kicked us off his channel. They feel it's for no reason, but they were kicked off because they were attacking me, right? So what they do is they coddle this guy in the same ways that his parents coddled him, right? And they lead him to believe that he has a real audience that's going to be sustainable long term. And look what's happening now. Everything I said is going to happen, Dream, is actually happening right now. I banned them all from my Discord, says Queen. That's good for you, Queen. That's good for you. So here's the thing. Jamie and Ron and all of them say, look, Eli's channel will never grow. He has nothing with us. No, I am growing with new people. You got to understand, when you're on a legitimate channel and not a drama channel, you're going to grow slower. Drama channels grow fast as long as you provide value to that audience. An example, the value you guys had were you took all of the people I booted off my channel, rejected for behaving in crazy ways, and you brought them over there, and then you made your content about me. You catered your content to them regarding me, and that's why they were there. And now that it's no longer there, there's nothing left in the tank, right? So if he had to start over, if Jamie had to start over right now, he would have nothing. He could build something, but it's going to take time. And there are some YouTube channels that take years to take off. It has nothing to do with whether you're good or not. It has to do with, hey, at what point do you trigger the YouTube algorithm? How consistent are you, right? What type of people are you surrounding yourself with, right? Just 2-3 months ago, Dream, before you started coming out here, beautiful dog, dude. Just 2 or 3 months ago, Dream, I was getting literally 5 to 7 people on my streams. I had members-only streams, right? I opened it back up and said, screw it. You and I started talking. Then more and more people started connecting over here. And now we've got more of an active audience. It's not that much bigger, but we're getting 15 to 20 people that are consistently here on each stream, and it's going to build, right? Right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And so that's what's happening. Now, Dream, let me ask you one more thing here. Have you heard from Jenny from the block lately? I have not heard from her in a while. I'm kind of concerned.
I was kind of worried about her too, but this other YouTube associate that I know, Tyree Sneed, he is kind of closer to her than I am, I guess, in a way. I guess they're kind of like cyber dating or whatever it is. And he hasn't heard from her too much. She's been on vacation in Laos, and she took a boat cruise to the Caribbean islands, so she's been out of pocket. So that's the only thing I know. She did text me and said she's doing okay about 5 days ago. And so I know she's okay. She was like, Tyree, this guy's mad at her, that she knows. But she's been really busy. And that's all I know. But she's pretty respectful, dude. She's been through the same thing we went through, just maybe not in such a big portion. She was attacked by a pack of girls, and you know how that goes. Yeah.
I want to say this respectfully, because I look at patterns of people, right? You don't think she's flipped. And Jenny, if you're watching this, please forgive me for thinking this. And I'll tell you why I'm a little concerned, because she's a moderator here. And she was a channel member and is no longer a channel member, which is fine. I'm not upset that she didn't renew her channel membership. But to me, her not being around for 5-6 days and her not being a channel member when she said I'm here to support channels, I never forced her or anyone to be a channel member. I'm just saying, according to how she was initially, the pattern's a little different. And Jenny, I'm not trying to talk smack. I'm just saying, if you've had a change of heart and you're on the other side or whatever, let me know. And if I don't hear from you within a few days, I'm going to have to make some changes because I got to protect my channel. I got to protect my channel.
Potentially temporary changes, but they, in her defense, they really hate her, Coach. They don't like her too much. They ain't fuck with her like you and me. But in your defense, you're absolutely right. You can't take precautions in this kind of world we live in, Coach. You don't hear from someone in 10 days, I would do the same thing. Goddamn right. You're absolutely right.
Somebody's saying in the chat, Coach is winning. You have more in the box than Jay from the L channel. Well, it seems neck to neck right now. But I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to compete with the guy. What he's going to say is that I made $81 on the stream, right? I don't care how much money you make, Jamie. Jamie, you're making that money from the same echo chamber audience, right? And they're throwing you sympathy donations because you've got about 25 or 30 loyal people that'll probably always donate to you no matter what you do. Like, you could go and take a dump and record it, and if it doesn't get removed by YouTube, they'll donate to you for that, right? Okay. I get that's called loyalty, but hey, it is what it is. But yes, for us to be neck to neck with him is quite interesting. It is. It's really showing that he is beginning to implode. Like, Dream, what are your thoughts about that? How about you share your final thoughts, and we're going to go off the air here in a few minutes.
Oh, my God, Coach. I almost, and I won't do this, I'll never do this, but I almost want to donate to him just because his parents' situation. That must have killed him. But I'm not going to because tough love. Look, man, everyone has problems. Our parents have problems. But just because your parents are the CUCKED, whatever they are, it doesn't mean you have to try to ruin other people's lives. It doesn't mean that. I'm not going to donate to you either, man. Just straighten up, man. Straighten up your act. I'm tired.
Dream. Let me share one more thing here before I have you leave the StreamYard, and then I'm gonna just wrap. I'm gonna stay here for a second though, and then I'll wrap the show on my own here in a few.
Yes, sir.
Here's the thing, Dream. I understand how you feel about it from a sympathetic standpoint. You feel bad, right? But here's the thing. The only way that this guy is going to learn his lesson is hitting rock bottom. He needs to, the only way he's going to learn, in my opinion, is if his sponsors stop sponsoring him, people stop donating to him, he goes bankrupt, loses everything, has to move back home and start over. Are you okay?
Man, doesn't he know that people are here for him, Coach? I mean, if he wants to really change his life, doesn't he know people really care about him? Is he that much of a fool?
Dream's a hell of an actor, I'll tell you that. I know he means well, but he amps it up at times. Dream, we got to do some shows together, bro. Dream.
I'm sorry, though.
Dream, we've got to do some shows together.
Okay, we will.
Here's the thing, Dream. One more thing before you go here, okay? Again, like I said, as long as people continue to enable him in the same ways his parents did, he's never going to learn his lesson. Right now, he has no content worthy. And I'm not saying this to be critical, but I have to be, right? Okay? I'm not saying this to attack him. I mean, I'm saying that you got to be critical, right? The only way he's going to learn is if he loses it all. And these people continue to enable him by donating to something that is worse than garbage, right? I'd rather sit by my trash can and smell my trash all day than listen to him and watch his stuff. No disrespect. These people are donating to subpar trash, right? Because they feel sorry for him. They continue to enable his behavior and his entitlement like his parents did, right? That's the truth of the matter, bro. This is the school of hard knocks here, right? This is the bottom line truth. And look, I don't even have to say this. Look what's happening to him right now. He's basically imploding as we're live on the air and as he's live on the air. He is freaking imploding. He's got 25 people on that stream, and we've got 23. Okay, 2 more. That's making a statement. You guys tell me in the chat. Before we get out of here, can you let me know in the chat, what are your final thoughts, chat, before we get on out of here? Dream, final thoughts? Anything else before I let you go?
No, sir. I'm just shocked that anybody would have to go through what you're going through.
What am I going through?
On top of what's happened to you. It's just too much. I mean, I'm 100% in support of you, Coach. I mean, you're a good man, and I respect you very much.
I feel the same way about you, American Dream. Well, real quick, when are you going to go live on and do a panel next?
Whenever you want. Just whenever. It doesn't matter.
Are you off tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Yes.
If you want to do a panel sometime after you wake up, Dream, let me know. Shoot me a message. Let me know. I'll be there. I want to be on a panel. Let's talk more about it tomorrow.
I will, Coach. It sounds like a plan.
All right, Dream. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Have yourself a great night, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for having me in.
All right,
yes,
dude.
Sir.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's take off.
All right. All right. That was American Dream 6.2, 2.5, and 1.5. Queen Helen Casey says he is destroying himself. Give me a second to gather my thoughts, folks, because I've known this guy for like 4 years now. I really wanted to work with him 4 years ago. I really wanted to help him. And the moment I met him, you know, he threw out his guard. And when he didn't want to work with me, I let him go. But then he still followed me. He still continued to watch my stuff. I watched his stuff. And look what it turned into. I legitimately tried to help this guy. Right? And instead of going down the right path and creating something sustainable long term, he went down the drama path, the fake acting path of, you know, attacking people. Even though it's for the lulz in the games, you still took it in the real life, Jamie. And you did that because, listen, whether your sponsor forced you to do it or not, the only reason why you're doing whatever you can do is because your sponsor is paying 80+% of your bills. So let's say Wise Night Owl, Brian, Texas caregiver, is not telling you what to do. He's still paying you $4K per month and saying, do whatever you want to do. I'll pay you $4K per month. I don't care what you do or how often you do it, right? There's no way in hell this kid would have the time to do what he did if he wasn't getting paid the amount of money he was making from his sponsor, with or without any stipulations, right? So further enabling him to do this stupid behavior, right? Well, here's what's going to happen, in my opinion. I'm going to watch his stream later tonight if he leaves it up, if he doesn't take it down. Maybe he'll take it down. Who knows? Typically doesn't, but maybe he will. If he takes it down, then that's a further victory for us. And I'm not even trying to count the victories, but at this point, Jamie, you're getting slaughtered big time. You're getting C-U-C-K-E-D by a guy you call the C-U-C-K. That's the bottom line. That's the truth of the matter. He's going to try to continue doing whatever he can do with whatever is left of his audience. And because when he's not attacking people, doing drama panels and getting triggered and triggering other people, everyone else has said he's boring as hell. No one's going to watch him or listen to him. He has his 25, 30 loyal supporters that will donate to him just for breathing air, right? You can't compare that, right? There's nothing to compare that to. I don't have those type of supporters, at least not yet. Maybe a few. Maybe Dream is one of them and a few others, right? But we'll build more, right? But at the end of the day, you have a grown 35-year-old man that is self-destructing his life And not only is he self-destructing his life, he's doing it live on YouTube for everyone to see, to the point of where if this guy ever tries to go back in the real world and get a real job, it'll never happen. There's just too much out there on him. Maybe I'm in the same boat, but here's the thing with me. You guys don't know my financial situation. And I'm not hurting for money. I'm not hurting for money. I've got a sponsor now. I've got investments, more investments now. From the time that I left my insurance job last year, I made some changes, some investments. I got a sponsor. And if you haven't noticed, I figured it out, right? I put myself in a good position to do this. This guy's not in a good position. All it's going to take is losing his sponsor and his loyal supporters, and he's out of business. And if he has some savings or investments, that's going to run out quick. That money in the bank, let me tell you something. You can have 100K, 200K in the bank, and if you don't work for a year or two, that money goes fast. Lewis Fuller, I have seen some of his streams, and there were one stream, you mean streams, sorry. I have seen some of his streams, and there were, I think you might say was, one stream where he was making fun of somebody and called them the ARE word, whatever that is. This guy, to me, he is a piece of trash. Oh, the R word. Okay, the R word. I get it. The mentally the word, the derogatory word for mentally challenged, right? Well, it's not even derogatory, but people don't say that anymore. They say mentally challenged in this PC world we live in. I get that. I understand that. But I think he's going to continue trying to figure something out with this audience because he realizes the more and more he talks about me, if he continues talking about me or the drama or anything, it's going to put him in a worse position than he already is. All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. We are at 1 hour and 31 minutes. If you need to reach out to me, go to the description, email me at coacheli@coacheli.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more than likely 2 streams. I didn't get a chance to do a walking stream today. I kind of worked out earlier at my place, but I'll more than likely do 2 streams tomorrow, a walking stream and an in-studio stream. I'm going to watch the rest of his stream at some point tonight, skim through it, and I'll probably give you guys an update on that tomorrow. Okay? And if there are any topics you folks would like me to discuss, please let me know. If there are any other YouTubers you feel would be a great collaboration for me, please, send them my way. And as always, when I see a good fit for somebody else, I send them your way as well. Lewis says yes. With that being said, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dream. Thank you, everyone else, for being here tonight. Bye-bye. We're out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.